Fake business cards, unfinished jobs, victims out tens of thousands of dollars. Organizations like the Better Business Bureau say questionable contracting schemes are a growing problem.
And sadly, some Portlanders are finding that out the hard way. Let's bring in Todd Unger with a special report and much more, and just how unfortunate this is.
Yeah, it really is. From ripped off homeowners to legit roofers who say their business is actually being impersonated, we're taking a deep dive into what happens when there's a lot of cash and business reputations on the line. Drive through Northeast Portland, past the rows of homes, and you can spot a few that need a little work. If you aren't careful, that work can come at an unimaginable price.
Furious. I think all of us are just all of those things. Angry, frustrated, irate.
We aren't using Lindsay's last name to protect her family. Earlier this year, her father was approached by men billing themselves as contractors near 82nd and Sandy. They wanted to take a look at his roof and especially his chimney.
They did some damage when they were looking at it, and so then they could take pictures and show him, look at all this damage that you have.
Over a period of 2 to 3 weeks, the men didn't do much actual work, instead leaving a mess, all as Lindsay's older father in his 70s started handing over cash.
They left a huge mess in his yard, you know, and just kept coming back. Oh, well, we need X amount to do some initial work. We need some more to order the bricks, you know. Then they just disappeared.
Vanished with close to 25 grand.
They kind of were masquerading as a different company. Obviously different if you're looking close enough. Dad just didn't look close enough, which is what they're banking on.
It isn't necessarily a new scheme, but local contractors say they're seeing more of this too.
That was the first red flag we'd gotten, was who the hell is this?
Varel Boudreau started Flow Roofing and Gutters 7 years ago. A couple months back, his crews got wind of a similar ploy.
It's almost out of a movie. Like, it's so well organized. You almost have to appreciate that they've put so much detail into it.
Someone pretending to be his employee, circulating fake business cards with his business address, his state business license number, and the same company name, but a different phone number and email.
We don't have this person on our payroll. We never heard of them. We never hired them.
Now, Boudreau says someone even started a fake Flow Roofing website trying to profit off his company's good reputation. We called.
Welcome to Verizon Wireless. Your call cannot be completed as dialed.
And emailed. No response to what's listed on the card or the site. But the confusion and headache it's causing the legitimate Flow Roofing is a problem.
It needs to stop. I put my life work into it. I'm not going to let it happen.
Isn't licensed, they're not bonded, they're not insured.
The Better Business Bureau for the West Coast and Pacific region says there isn't always a lot of recourse in these situations.
It is something that we see a lot of reports about, unfortunately, and big expenses, right? There's big dollar amounts attached to these.
As for Lindsay's family, they filed a police report, but there's been little progress in the case.
Not everybody is a good person. You know, these guys are taking people for so much money, and it's just awful. A big chunk of his nest egg is gone and nothing to show for it.
Portland police tell us victims of fraud absolutely do need to file those reports. That can usually be done online. They also stress that victims need to, quote, also file a fraud complaint with the Federal Trade Commission or an ID theft report and obtain a recovery plan. Our property crimes detectives have access to both databases.